Vortex that was a part of that team that did take down Tiger and Jerry K in the 2v2 side. So we will see if this Teros from Vortex will be what it takes to finally put the pin in Tiger's SEA winning streak in the 1v1s.
Now, you mentioned our top four, the other two being Reaper and Hollow X. One thing I think that's important to note is Vortex and Reaper, who we might not put going this far in the bracket, they're coming off of a 2v2 win from Steel Series. So I expect, now that they've made it into the top four, I expect good things. Maybe a second and third place finish coming out from both Reaper and Vortex, hot off that doubles win, beating Tiger and Jerry K, unseating them in the 2's play space, and coming out on top big.
Oh yeah, and already getting into the mix. Vortex getting a lot of damage on a Tiger. Tiger trying to utilize the bow from the Koji, a fantastic weapon in the current meta, but however, that damage coming out, almost catching the side stick, gravity canceled right in the middle of the stage, almost taking Tiger out. That could potentially have been a KO off on that left side, but we'll never know. We'll have to try to go for another one in a similar position for us to even have an answer to that question, but more down airs coming out. The side air confirming the KO off onto the left side. Vortex taking the advantage to start things off.
Now, it's just the game one, and you know how game one can be either exactly what we expect going out of the set or completely different from what you see coming out of the set. So I definitely don't want to count Tiger out of this just yet, but Vortex has a big lead. Tiger's doing a great job bringing it back, fighting back with this Koji, trying to deal with all of that extra strength that this Teros will have. Weapon toss coming down. Tiger avoids it, picks up the recovery. Still not enough yet. The good thing for Tiger is he doesn't necessarily need a huge kill move, even like a neutral light. He might just finish up the edge guard. Started with the dare, ended with the weapon toss, and that's the stock. He has about 50 damage on this, just about a Virgil on this final, or on the second stock. We'll see if he's able to keep that going and turn this in his favor.
All right, well, going into this second stock for both of these players, Tiger doing a pretty good job holding that map control down. Vortex is going to take that from him, and those neutral airs are a very solid option there to protect the center of that map from anybody trying to make that approach like Tiger, but he is going to find his way into that center, and he's going to control this map. You see how he pushes straight into that edge guard. The side air just barely getting Tiger out of the center of that map stage, and now Vortex the side air controlling that again, just swapping back and forth. Holding onto that center stage positioning is just the most important thing going into this specific map, because it gives you so much control over where your opponent is. And because of those platforms pushing people away from the outside as well, having the ability to just follow up with neutral airs and just pressure and force them into bad positions, even go for weapon starves. Tiger just barely getting in for that bow pickup is going to be a strategy both of these players really have to utilize.
Tiger's trying to do everything to shove Vortex over towards the blast zone. You see the side airs coming in. Oh, the side sig, almost going to be the knockout move. Vortex is chasing him, gets the weak hit of the recovery, turns it around, hits the dare. In game one going, Vortex didn't even die on that second stock. That was a 2 stock for him. Nearly 400 damage that Tiger put in that game, and still couldn't take that second stock. Bandit coming out quickly, leaving Demon, Small Brawlhaven, and Small Mammoth Fortress open. Said, get Great Hall out of there.
I mean, he went for a lot of the longer walls. Keeping those short sides is not something Tiger is going to want to do. Having the ability to get back and touch a wall space so that he can get back against the axe play, especially that neutral stick that has a little bit of a dip there on the back side of that signature. Is just prime material. He's just like that, going for that neutral stick, trying to catch him on the recovery back to stage. These longer walls are going to allow Tiger to get around that. And now the only problem that he has to worry about is those close blast zones as well. The high damage, the high force coming out of the axe and the hammer from Teros especially are going to lead to a lot of very early KOs if he's not careful. Another recovery might find the KO. Not going to find it just yet. And now going in, that is going to be the KO off the top. Tiger finding that with the recovery off of the downlight neutral light. And now Tiger going right back into the mix, looking for a little bit more on the back end. And Tiger getting punched around a little bit. The axe play from Vortex kind of coming into fruition. The neutral air is coming out, catching the neutral light. A side air as well, forcing off that edge guard. And here we go, the side sig just barely getting the dodge right underneath. A very close option there from Vortex.
Here on Small Brawlhaven, we could see either of these stocks going away very quickly. Tiger's doing a great job building up this damage. He's managed to avoid so many KO hits. The GC sidelight not even going to be close to the knockout hit that Vortex needs to take away this first stock. The side air from the wrong side of the stage. Even the weapon toss still didn't send Tiger off screen. The neutral light will almost certainly kill, and it does. We're going to see Vortex try to get to the middle of the stage, strip the weapons a little bit. Ooh, he accidentally picked up his hammer a little bit too early, giving Tiger the weapon spawn as he picked it up, cleans up the KO. Now Tiger's going to be the one to strip the field. Vortex is going to be without a weapon. Hits a nice jump there, goes to the side air, picks up an axe, side air, nair. See if he can find a third hit, even though it's a little bit delayed. He goes for the D, or the grounded down air, doesn't turn around and hit the D-light. That is a true option, and he didn't go for it.
Very nice option there coming out of Tiger. The downlight string set just absolutely brutalizing Vortex. Very nice turnaround, wake up ground stomp into the neutral air, almost finding Tiger right off the top. That was a very close option there, and I'm actually really surprised that it didn't KO. Tiger just barely had the damage threshold that he needed to survive something like that. Now he's going to try to turn things around, push Vortex off stage. He does have one stock left on him, so it's not going to take too much left to finish this round of this set completely up, but we should see, just perfect spot dodge from Vortex to avoid the KO. Still surviving, but not for long, as that side air right off the stage bounce as well is going to find the KO onto Vortex, and that's going to be game number 2 going the way of Tiger, evening up the set moving forward.
Yeah, Tiger did not take that loss in game 1 lightly. He came back, Die Hard with a vengeance, which I think is Die Hard 3, but it came back in game 2 for Koji. He didn't even have to wait for the third movie. And now he's forcing the swap from Vortex, going over to the Asuri, just barely level 25 to unlock that black color scheme. Does have the Kindergarten Hattori ready to go back to school on the other side. Tiger's Koji, man, 75 is the level on that Koji. So much time, so many tournaments won with that Koji. Now I'm curious about this Asuri pick. Is there some other Qatar legend that Vortex might have leveled up to 60, 70, 80, 90?
That's a good question. We might not be able to find out for a little bit unless Vortex finds out that he's just not feeling this pick either, because maybe Tiger takes this round down as well. So Vortex going in is going to find the sword pickup right off the bat. Maybe the sword is, throwing it away, going for those Qatars right off the bat. We're going to see how Tiger plays around the Qatars. And this is going to be a little bit different of a game. I don't think we've really seen too many Qatars today. A lot of heavy weapons, a lot of bow, but I don't think we've seen too many Qatars.
Yeah, he doesn't actually play Qatars that much. According to Brawlhalla, he has about 34 hours holding Qatars. Compare that to like a Teros that we just saw, his axe, 96 hours with that. So almost triple the hours that he's held an axe compared to Qatars. Oh my gosh, and Tiger deleted him.
Absolutely disgusting. Just the turnaround, the double side air into the turnaround down air off stage to confirm the KO was absolutely disgusting. And now Vortex trying to make his way back, getting some use out of this side sting. It doesn't look like it. He's going to be using the sword to the best of his ability, but Tiger's bow play is disgusting. He just keeps getting damage, keeps landing these hit confirmations, and it is so good.
Vortex does have the weapon advantage, so he's trying to get back onto the stage. Tiger was more centered towards stage control, though. So even though he didn't have the weapon, he was able to grab one very quickly. He's just completely zoning Vortex.
Just pushing him right out, and like you said, and Vortex finding his way back in, just a little sliver of a space. And that is going to push him right into that KO. And now he has the map control right now. Tiger just barely finding a weapon pickup. That's going to be the sword there and getting a neutral light weapon throw. The weapon throw is going to be ducked under. And now Vortex trying to make the approach through the stage. And that neutral light is going to do a good job at holding damage. It's a lot of damage to get into the mix. The side air as well to get a little bit of a push, a knockback towards that edge space. But Tiger with the wake up, that was going to be a little bit of a mystery there from Vortex. Going for that gravity cancel sidelight to continue the read, trying to find a very hard read on that left side of the string that he was running, and Tiger just took advantage of the time that he had during those active frames to catch Vortex with that tatami mat and just send him out into space.
Vortex doing a great job fighting his way back into this. Almost has this stock coming out from Tiger. Very close. Gets the sidelight, looking for the D-light, probably attempting to go into the recovery after that. Again, the gravity cancel neutral signature. He does trade out there. The weapon toss did hit this time right as the neutral signature, right after the neutral signature came out. So he at least got the stock there. He is behind about 100 to 120 damage here. So Vortex is going to have to play very carefully. And if the rest of the game is any indication, my money is not on Vortex here. Weapon spawn comes in. Tiger's able to grab it. He has the bow. Vortex isn't able to get more than 2 hits at a time, and even getting 2 hits at a time is not consistent for him. This could be a big option. Gets the ground pound. Tiger disengages back to the main platform. Trying to zone out with those side airs, goes to the sidelight, misses the dare. The dodge comes through for Vortex. Tiger has him in the red. This might be curtains for Vortex in game 3.
There's the neutral layer. It's not going to be quite enough. He has Vortex on the ropes. One more of those, a little bit higher. No, doesn't even need it. The ground pound, the down sig, not the ground pound. The down sig comes out. That Tatami mat just launching the Asuri way out into space, sending,
to be fair,
Vortex back to school.
He does pound the ground with his foot in order to make the tatami mat rise. So it's not a terrible thing to call it. It's not the best, but it's not a terrible thing to call it. You're technically correct.
And being technically correct is the best kind of correct. I think we can all agree on that. And technically speaking, we got the next round right now. The band's underway, and we have Vortex switching over to the Ragnir. I didn't get to see what level the Ragnir was.
It's level 21, so even less than his Asuri.
Ooh, well, this is going to be interesting, but we do know that Vortex does have time on the axe, and the Katars actually did not look that bad, all things considered. So Tiger going up against this, it's going to be a little bit of a different beast. I think I like the signature moves on Ragnir a little bit better than Asuri, so we'll see if this is a little bit more successful.
It's already starting off better because he hasn't been destroyed yet. He's going even so far with Tiger. Neutral light coming out. Vortex going to be just a little bit ahead at this point. Trying to go for the easy edge guard, and Tiger punishes that. I think Axe players need to chill a little bit on that ground pound edge guard just like that, because it's just such a lazy edge guard. We've seen it punished like 4 or 5 times today.
I think it has something to do with the old ground pound from Axe, where it spun like 2 or 3 times as it went down. People just love to do that because it has so many active frames. Vortex with a very nice KO off stage, getting the double down air to the weapon throw, just completely locking Tiger out of all of his recovery options, and now taking him off stage again, potentially throwing him off. No weapon pickup for Tiger as he tries to make his way into the center of the stage. Now again collapsing on Vortex with those Katars, or onto Tiger. Tommy Mac coming out, just barely launching Vortex away, but the down air looks like it might lead the double down air into the KO off onto the right side. Tiger equalizing those stocks, fortunately not taking too much damage, but that was looking a little risky there for Tiger as Vortex tried to start up on that second stock of Tigers.
Trading hits back and forth. Vortex grabs a nice neutral light. He's still winning the damage fight here against Tiger. Since Tiger's not able to get too much momentum just yet on this second stock, they're trading 1 hit for 1 hit. Vortex is going to win that. Now grabbing 2 hits. There's a recovery coming out from Tiger. Ooh, he goes for the greedy play. Not only burning his dodge, but he's burning his dodge to do a Ragnir Axe down signature. That is very greedy. I don't know what he's ultimately hoping for there. And there's the ground pound from Tiger. Is he going to be able to finish it up? And he does. Nice down air. Didn't need the weapon toss. Went for the higher force move.
1 stock left here, Tiger in the red. Vortex has the opportunity to equalize these stocks one more time, and he's going to need to do that in order to survive just a little bit longer. He is down 2-1 in the set, and Tiger is looking to finish this off and just secure his place in the grand finals right now. So Vortex has to really keep things together, but Tiger's stage control, his movement is absolutely dominant right now. He has the map control, trying to find his way onto Vortex, getting a little bit more damage off that side air, is going to confirm the damage, but not before taking from anywhere from 80 to 100 damage during that time span.
Vortex has Katars in his hands. arguably his weaker weapon. Grabs a nice 4-piece. That's a good place to start, but a D-Light Dare turns Vortex red. Tiger very much in the lead, gets a nice dare. Not quite in the sweet spot to send straight down, but that's enough, and he is gonna take it. And that's the set for Tiger, just like that. Vortex with the Ragnar pick looked like he was fighting back with it, had that axe in hand. That was definitely his dirtiest weapon, but he just couldn't keep it consistent throughout the entire set.
I'm really interested. It was really interesting to see the signature options that he went for on the Ragnar. I don't think we saw too many neutral sigs from Axe, which is, I think, one of the signature moves that a lot of Ragnar players really do like to go for. Or I don't think we saw any Qatar side sigs either. Now, I wouldn't put it past Tiger to be able to get around these or expect these options even. So to use like a nice dodge out of the way so you get hit by an Axe side light, and then maybe they try to read the up dodge and go for that neutral sig, like the flame umbrella. Maybe Tiger